ॐ एको देवाः सर्वभूतेषु गुड सर्वव्यापी सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा कर्माध्यक्षः सर्वभूतादिवास साक्षिचेता केवलो निर्गुणस्य ॐ त्वादूतमग्ने अमृतं युगे युगे अव्यवाहं ददिरे पायुमिड्यं देवासस्य मर्तासस्य जाग्रवीं विभुं विश्वपतिं नमसा निशिदिरे ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तस्य वितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। Sadguru Sadafal Dev Vyangam Yog Sansthan, which is in special consultative status with UN ECOSOC Sadar since 2013, presents Journey of Yoga on International Day of Yoga from South Africa. First of all, I pray to the omnipresent, omnipotent, Almighty Lord, Parampita Parmeshwar, Paramatma, to the Eternal Master, and to Sadguru Sri Sadafal Devji Maharaj, Sadguru Sri Dharmachandra Devji Maharaj, Sadguru Sri Swatantra Devji Maharaj, Sant Pravar Sri Vigyan Devji Maharaj, and our inspiration, International Head of Prachar, Sant Sri Namdevji Maharaj. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his UN address suggested the date of 21st June as an International Day of Yoga, as it is the longest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere and shares special significance in many parts of the world. This short presentation will take you on the journey of yoga from the beginning of the universe till now. The topics will also include what is yoga, types of yoga, including sequence from Vedas, what is not yoga, Vedas and eternal master of yoga. First of all, we need to understand the ancient scriptures of India. There are mainly 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda and Atharva Veda. Each Veda has been classified into following: the Samhitas, which includes mantras and benedictions or blessings; the Aranyakas, that is the text on rituals, ceremonies, sacrifices and symbolic sacrifices; the Brahmanas, that are commentaries on rituals, ceremonies and sacrifices; the Upanishads, that is the text discussing meditation, philosophy and spiritual knowledge; the Upasanas or worship. Some scholars added this as a 5th category. Now there is one twist where rishis and saints purposely left section of Atharva Veda incomplete and asked certain questions which can be only answered by a God realized saint. So let's see who completed the task and when. His Holiness Sadguru Sri Sadafal Devji Maharaj, who was born in the renowned family of Shringi Rishi. Shringi Rishi, who did Putra Kameshti Yagya for King Dashrath during the time of Ramayana. Sadguru Sri Sadafal Devji Maharaj meditated for 17 years from the age of 11 in the cave and attained the authority of studied Sadguru to free the souls from the eternal master of Vedas, similar to Vishwamitra Rishi. He was also a freedom fighter. He fought for freedom of India and went 2 years in Danapur jail as a freedom fighter against British government in 1920. He left his body as a real yogi, sitting in a yogic posture, and did Akashwani for 15 minutes on the bank of Triveni, where the Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati at Prayagraj comes together, which is also known as Allahabad. Anand Sri Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj authored the Swarved, which is the collection of his spiritual experiences in the state of Samadhi. Conscious oneness with the God is also known as Samadhi. He composed at the location of Shunyashikara Ashram in Himalayas. Further, His Holiness also answered all unanswered question from Atharva Veda while composing Svar Veda. There is a very beautiful temple which is known as Swarved Mahamandir Dham in Varanasi, where all the ancient scriptures like Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, and the entire Swarved will be carved on the marbles, and it's the largest meditation center and research and development center in the world, located in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Now, let's understand what is yoga. According to Swarved, Swamiji says, योग कहत है जोड़ को, योग कहत है संधि, योग रहस्य उपाय में जीव ब्रह्म की ग्रंथि. The word yog is derived from Sanskrit word yuj, which means the bonding of the conscious soul with the supreme soul. Physical movements are known as asana or posture, and it is a part of yoga, but only twisting body or doing breathing exercise is not a yoga. So what is the original form of yoga? Svar Veda says, श्रुति प्रतिपादित योग के घाटी बहुत विधान, सहज योग सब श्रेष्ठ है संत भेद निर्वाण. There are various paths of yoga in the Vedas, but the ultimate path is known as Sahaj Yoga, which is also known as Brahma Vidya, Madhu Vidya, Paravidya, Devyan Path, Mean Marga, Vihangam Yoga. And only by this path the saints get salvation. Now, what are the second type of yoga? Again, Swarveda says, षडांग और अष्टांग है यह दो योग विधान, भूमि भेद अधिकार से सब मत संत प्रधान. Secondly, the Vedas talk about Shadang Yoga, which includes Naiti, Dhauti, Nauli, Basti, Trataka and Kapalbhati, and Ashtang Yoga, which includes Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyar, Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi. योग पतंजलि प्रकृति का चार पाद निर्वाण, संयम साधन प्रकृति में ध्यान समाधि समान. Then Swarved explains that further Patanjali Rishi developed 4 sections, but all the methods explained by him like Sanyama, Dhyan and Samadhi are in the Prakriti or materialistic world. कर्म सहित एक योग है, ज्ञान योग एक योग, यह दो अमत अनुमत बने अनुगामी बहुलोग. Then Swarveda explains, further Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga were also created, and there were plenty of followers for these 2 types of yoga. योग कल्पना फिर बढ़ी, 4 भेद फिर योग, मंत्र योग लय योग है, राज योग हठ योग. Swarveda further says, ideas, imagination about yoga grew up again, and yoga was further categorized in 4 parts: mantra yoga, lay yoga, raj yoga and hatha yoga. These were the 4 materialistic yoga developed in the further phase. राज योग सब श्रेष्ठ है, इन सब में प्रधान, मन निश्चय सब का भया, साधन बोध विधान. In all the 4 types of yoga, Raj Yoga was decided the best and most important type on the basis of realization and intellectual level. भक्ति योग फिर योग में, प्रेम योग एक योग, योग कमी यह फिर बने, सब कारण मिल योग. Bhakti Yoga and Prem Yoga were generated in the last phase, and further various types of yogas were created by mixing with the karmas. योग अनेकों बन गए यह मन मत पर पंच, योग एक प्रभु मिलन का और योग है रंच. Then various yoga types were generated. Those were based on illusion and entertainment for the mind. The method of God realization is really known as yoga. The rest are all the pleasures of the mind. So what is the true yoga? सहज योग एक योग है, अवर योग सब रोग, वेद आदि गुरु संत है, गुप्त धार चल लोग. In the bliss of Sahaj Yoga or Vihangam Yoga, the soul walks towards the God realization, whose master is explained in the Vedas as Sant. Other than Sahaj Yoga or Vihangam Yoga, all the other yogas are a cause of pain in the materialistic world, and those will not help to achieve the God realization. But these lower types of yoga can help to increase your power of mind, breath, and physical health in this materialistic world. So what is not yoga? Swarveda explains very beautifully. योग न वाणी से बने, योग न आसन साध, योग न प्राणायाम है, कुंभक विविध न साध. Yoga cannot be achieved through the chanting or speaking, nor by postures, neither by pranayama, and definitely not by kumbhaka. Further, it also says, Yoga na mudra sadhiye, yoga na anahadatan, yoga na झिलमिल ज्योति है, योग नहीं प्रख्यान. Yoga is not practice of mudras from Hatha Yoga or Raj Yoga, nor by listening to the internal sound of the Anahad. Yoga is not about visualization of Jilmil Jyoti. Yoga is to get detached from the Prakriti, inertness, and realize God. Chakra baith yogi bane, बीज मंत्र गहिले, चक्र नष्ट आसन गिरे, अब कह रह गया देह. Swarveda then explains, lot of people have bij mantra on chakra and try to become a yogi. But when the chakras are destroyed, then how can one practice yoga? Chakra meditation is also an entertainment of the mind. To achieve conscious God, one needs to practice yoga by the conscious soul. आपे आप स्वरूप का करो निरंतर ध्यान, शिवो हम मन मुख बनो, यह दो का तव ज्ञान. Imagination and practice of self and calling oneself Shiv or God is cheating and an illusion. So now we need to understand who is the innovator of yoga. Lot of people think Patanjali is innovator of yoga, but according to the Vedas, which are the most ancient scriptures, Sukrut or Hiranyagarbha is the innovator of the yoga, who is also known as Holy Ghost in the Bible. Please find below the most dated reference. Yete pantaha savitaha purvanasya renvaha sukruta antarikshete birno adya patibhi sugebi raksha chano adichi bruhi devaha. So this verse comes in Rig Veda and Yajurveda, and the meaning of the verse is, O Lord, you have said the path of Sukrut Deva, and it is being used by many saints. Please give me the same path of Sukrut Deva and uplift me. Also, please protect me with this path. मीन विहंगम मार्ग है, अनुभव गम पर देव, देव सदा फल गुरु कृपा, सुरति निरति कर सेव. By the path of mean or vihangam, after self-realization, one achieves the omnipresent and glorious Lord. Vihangam Yoga is the conscious path, and by the blessings of Sadguru, soul's consciousness turn from Surati to Nirati to perform the real bhakti of Supreme God. The conclusion from Swarveda is, ब्रह्म विद्या अरु योग का आदि गुरु है संत, वेद चार गुण गावही बोधित भेद अनंत. Four Vedas sing about the eternal master, which is also known as Adi Sant, and he is the true master of yoga. By his guidance, one achieves God and lives happy, knowledgeable, and a scientific life. The importance of Sadguru in Vedas again is given in Rig Veda by the verse Twadutamagne Amritam Yuge Yuge Havyavaham Dadire Payumidyam Deva Sasya Marta Sasya Jagravim Vibhum Vishwapatim Namasa Nisidire. Now we need to understand that there are three types of gurus. The first is worldly gurus, that are our parents, school teachers, lecturers, any trainers. Then we have Vedic gurus. People who possess the knowledge in Vedas are known as the Vedic gurus. And then the important one, the last one, is known as a spiritual guru. The person who gives the knowledge of Brahma Vidya, the highest knowledge of the human can possess, is known as a Sadguru. Now this Brahma Vidya is also explained in Bhagavad Gita. At the end of every Adhyaya, there is a mention of Brahma Vidya. For example, Krishna tells to Arjuna, Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastra Bhashya Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Dhyana Yogo Nam Shashto Adhyayam. That means at the sixth Adhyaya, he says that whatever I am teaching you is a part of Upanishada and is part of Brahma Vidya. So at the every end of the chapter, every end of the different type of yoga, Krishna is telling to Arjuna that whatever I am teaching you is a part of Upanishada and part of Brahma Vidya. So there are various types of yoga explained in Bhagavad Gita by Lord Krishna to Arjuna, and the practical method of Brahma Vidya or God realization, the first three steps are also taught to Arjuna in the phase of war, and Arjuna has done the meditation of Brahma Vidya. Now one will need to understand the steps in yoga. A lot of people think now there are so many types of yoga, even Krishna is explaining to Arjuna. So we need to understand, basically yoga is divided into three different categories or three different types. The first is Pipil Yoga. Pipilaka means ant. Ant walks with support. Same like that, the energy of our soul walks with the support of our sense organs and our working organs. Like it doesn't leave the support of our mind, our breath, our hands, our legs. For example, Kabir Sahib has given a very beautiful doha. He says, Mala to karme fire, jeeb fire mukh mahi, manwa to chaudis firat hai, yeh to sumiran nahi. Means when you practice the Pipil Yoga, you are having mala in your hand, you are chanting the mantra, but now what is happening to the mind? Mind is traveling to the entire world. So you go to the holy places, you go to the temples, you do katha, kirtan, upwas, mala, you do arti, prarthana. So these all falls under the Pipil Yoga. Then there is a Kapil Yoga where you do meditation, and in this meditation it happens in Brahmanda. And Kapi means monkey. Monkey jumps from one tree to another tree, and meanwhile he leaves the support. Same like that, when we do a meditation in our Brahmanda, in our head, the energy of soul leaves from one phase to another phase. For few seconds it leaves the support from one phase to another phase, but then again it has to take the support of our mind, our breath, our inner organs, our sense organs, working organs. That's why it's called as Kapil Yoga. So Chachari, Bhuchari, Agochari, Unmuni and Khechari mudras are part of the Kapil Yoga. And then the last part is Vihangam Yoga. Vihanga means bird. Bird flies without any support. Similarly, the consciousness of soul travels towards the God without any support, even of your mind and your breath. So Swamiji says, Tan asan hat yogi jane, मन आसन कोई विरला जाने, आत्म आसन अद्भुत केला, सद्गुरु रहस्य अंतरगम मेला. So, if you practice Pipil Yoga, you have to take many births to achieve the God realization. With Kapil Yoga, you may reduce, but then if you follow the Vihangam Yoga, you are actually going to reduce the span or the timing of the God realization. And with the blessings of Sadguru, with the very shortest span, you can achieve the God realization. The power of Vihangam Yoga is so great that when His Holiness Sadguru Sadafal Devji Maharaj left his body and took a live samadhi as a real yogi, he also did a Akashwani. He spoke from cloud for 15 minutes on the bank of Triveni. That time he also sang very beautiful Chaupai of Ramayan in his 15 minutes Akashwani. He said that बिन पग चलहि सुनहि बिनु काना, कर बिन कर्म करहि विधि नाना, आनन रहित सकल रस भोगी, बिन बानी बक्ता बड़ जोगी. That means soul can walk without leg, work without hand, and a bada yogi, a great yogi, can speak without mouth. That is the energy of soul, and which can be only achieved by the knowledge of Brahma Vidya or Vihangam Yoga. So now a lot of people will think, what are the benefits of practicing Vihangam Yoga? So first of all, let's understand the physical benefits of Vihangam Yoga. You will get better sleep, faster healing, it will improve your eyesight, it will lower your blood pressure, it increases energy level, strengthens the nervous system, strengthens the immune system, increases lung capacity for better breathing, lower heart problems, changes your complete metabolism. Now we need to understand the mental benefits of Vihangam Yoga. If you practice regularly, your stresses will lower. It is a very good stress buster. Then it develops a creativity. It improves performance, develops compassion and love in family. It improves concentration and memory, balances emotions, brings clarity to the mind. It terminates addiction over alcohol, smoking and drugs. And most important part is it improves the decision making power. Now let's also understand the spiritual benefits of Vihangam Yoga meditation. It encourages sense of peace, a consistent sense of well-being. It makes you realize the true form of your inner self, and it takes you towards the source of eternal bliss, the Supreme Soul. Further, if you want to connect with us, we are also present on the social platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And also, we have a regular telecast on Shubh TV, Disha TV and Astha channels. Now, I like to really thank you for giving your valuable time and going through this journey of yoga and also understanding the importance of Vihangam Yoga meditation. बोलिए सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय.